Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Giants Madden 22 franchise rebuild, where we are around halfway through the second year of the series. We're 4-4, trying to see if this can be a playoff team this year. With 7 teams making it in each conference, it's gotten a little bit easier for those teams who are in those first stages of their rebuilds but might be having a decent year. You're going to have teams that are in the playoff hunt that wouldn't be in past seasons. We've put up a lot of points this year, and the defense, they're weird, but they have some really good games at times. The most inconsistent defense I think I've ever had. Well, we opened the episode here against the Minnesota Vikings. We do have a breakout player scenario for this, for Azeez Ojulari, who already has star dev. So this is to get to superstar development. That would be massive. We haven't done a lot of simulating in recent episodes. I did want to simulate this Vikings game and get into week 11 again. We have Dallas. They have 6 wins, first place in this division. These games are obviously pretty critical, especially in the middle of the playoff hunt. And we kick the episode off with a loss. At the beginning of the season, the offense looked explosive, and they looked like they were going to be really good this year. Well, in the recent episodes, they haven't even necessarily been average. They have struggled. Brian Petrovsky hasn't been playing his best football recently. Just 151 yards, 13 of 26, nothing special there. Kirk Cousins has a pretty solid day against our defense. And Minnesota had a decent day running. We had 82 yards with Barkley. But this defense has been hard to figure out this year and predict when they could have a good game or when they could have a bad game. But they didn't do well against the Vikings passing attack in this one. And Ojulari, I don't think had much in this game. Just 1 tackle for loss, so that is not going to lead to an upgrade. We will upgrade Kadarius Toney to a 79 overall, and I'm going to be giving him a lot of slot upgrades, and this is a good one. Acceleration is nice, but that too short route running, that has to get better so he starts to win more on those routes. It just feels like he doesn't get targeted that much, so if we can start to improve that short route running, he should start getting way more looks. And back to the player I was so sure about during the offseason and the draft, Michael Layman. I praised him as potentially a 3rd round value, 3rd round steal. We go speed, zone, block shed, pretty good upgrade there, and here's where his progress has brought him as a rookie. Dallas has separated themselves in the NFC East, while the other 3 teams are all 4-5. Now, last time we played Dallas, we beat them 52-0. We watched that game. It was unbelievable. I don't think it happens again. But if we can score a win here, it would help us towards trying to make the postseason here in Brian Petrovsky's rookie season. I know that in these series, oftentimes we focus a bit too much on the division opponents, but I think right now it probably makes the most sense with where they are on the schedule. Eagles come up in 2 games, and there's just not any separation here in this division. Well, I guess the other 2 teams are 4-6. I missed that. So this is a good chance for us to gain some separation from those 2 teams. And I suppose now, before this game, I need to choose focus players. And I guess I wasn't prepared for it here in week 11. So I'll do my best. We do have a lot of information now on a handful of players. Let's check out Jamal Sellers here. Projected rounds 1 and 2. Can I not click on him? All right. Yeah, I forget certain things about this scouting, like I have to choose the focus players now, or I have the CPU decide, and they'll probably just take the top 3 players on my board or something like that. And I can't even look at scouting reports right now. I can only choose players. So I guess what makes the most sense then is to probably just try to spend these on players on my board, like maybe fully completing Sellers. I remember he had B block shed, he had like B power move. Maybe I don't need more information. I think I know enough on Sellers. I can remember that. So let's scout Evan Bates. Brian Charles was a receiver that I had found that I thought was way more interesting than most in the middle of this draft, so I'd like more on him. And then we'll also spend this on Terrell Pollard, so 2 outside linebackers at 55%, and then Charles. So right now I have quarterbacks at 60%. I don't know why exactly. I'm not trying to scout them, but they're at 60. I have running backs at 40, receivers at 40. I have no idea why the quarterbacks are so scouted. I wasn't even scouting them unless, like, I simmed past something, missed something, and it shows quarterbacks as, like, the new national focus. Like, there's a lot of quality of life stuff in here that's just not good. I think there are some good ideas in this scouting, but it really needs to be cleaned up. And I don't know if they're going to do it in this game. The scouting process is a lot messier. There are things I like about it, like already having a ballpark for a player's athleticism right away, as you should. And I do like that the draft is no longer this exact science where you basically know you're going to at least get a good overall. You might not know all the ratings, but you'll know if a player is a reach based on overall or not before you even select them. So I like the added difficulty, and I like that there's a bit more drama involved. But it's a very time-consuming process, and it's very easy to make mistakes that if you're not prepared for, there's really nothing you can do about it. I would still rather use this scouting than the old scouting that we used for 6 years, but it certainly needs some optimization. Yeah, here were the scouts I had set up. I wanted all this info on, like, corners, and I don't know. I think I simmed past, like, one of the stages, or I got into scouting, backed out, and then couldn't edit it. And it must have chose quarterbacks as something I wanted. So I'm not going to have great info on this next class. And I have 13 picks to make. I was really hoping to have like 60% on all these corners, and I do on some because I had a region focus there. But the National Scout had to have been back on quarterbacks. Wonderful. Chris Hicks, we have 64%. B press, B zone coverage, 21 years old, solid to good speed, just a decent athlete. But skill-wise, I like what I see thus far. I do have a little info on a couple tackles here that are first-round prospects. Here's Kentrell Stecker, C run block, B run block finesse. Nothing here really stands out to say he's a first-round talent. And then we have Emmett Tyson. A impact block is pretty solid, but D lead block, C pass block, B pass block, and run block power with great to elite strength, great to elite speed, good athleticism there, a few good skills, but then a couple that are lower as well. Still like them. Let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys. We want to be confident or insult opponent. We're going to insult the opponent. They're not as good as the couch quarterbacks say. I've been watching the film and I see weaknesses that I plan to exploit. Yeah, we beat them 52-0 the last time out. Why did I do this? The Cowboys are playing well and all players will have +10 break, tackle, play rec, and tackle. But we're going to have +5 break, tackle, play rec, and tackle. Uh-oh. I wonder what Dak thinks about the press conference and not scoring a single point in that last game against us. We're trying to get into the playoff hunt here. We're 4-5 on the season. Hoping for a big second half. And here we have a big matchup against the Cowboys. Let's get into this one. Well, Dallas is going to start with the football, and they'll open in the air with Prescott completing underneath. It's Ezekiel Elliott for 4 yards. Wow, huge game down below for Auden Tate. 11 catches, 140, and a touchdown. Here's Dak on second down. He'll dump this one off to Amari Cooper, and it's a short pickup, setting up a 3rd and 3. Here's the blitz now, and Prescott connects with Cooper on the outside for the first. Five straight throws to start this day for Dallas, and they convert once again into Giants territory. They are not running the football today, apparently, and Prescott converts, or close to it, another completion to Michael Gallup. Already in field goal range, and 2nd and inches, it will be a fake, and Prescott has room to run, but instead wants to throw, and it's knocked away in the end zone. 3rd and inches. Now they finally run, and Zeke has the first down. Prescott hands to Elliott. He cuts inside and bursts through for a gain of 8. Dallas inside the 15 now as pressure is sent, and Cooper almost scores. He's down at the 1. They motion the tight end on first down, and Elliott will end the drive. A great opening possession for the Cowboys, and they've actually scored against us today. And we didn't really make a good play that entire possession. 7-0. I'm a lot more worried about the offense now being able to keep up in high-scoring games. So after the opening touchdown, Petrovsky fires downfield, and he's intercepted on the first snap. And the Cowboys will go right back to offense. Don't tell me it's our turn to lose 52-0. What a weird season. Every game feels like it could be a different team. Intercepted right back. Giants take over. Nicely done. We got the pressure on Dak, forcing the errant throw. Adoree Jackson gets the takeaway. Always got to give the pass rush some credit in these instances. And here off the edge, a little slot blitz. How about Darnay Holmes? Here's a much better angle at it here. Just a little disruption. And that forces the ball to go off target. Back-to-back interceptions, but now a scoring chance for the Giants. Hey, we got down the field in 2 plays, is all I'm going to say. Not bad. Petrovsky extends and cuts upfield, but he's still sacked by DeMarcus Lawrence. Why are we calling a 2nd and 12 draw play? Sorry, 2nd and 13. Oh, one-upping that with a 3rd and 10 draw play. I didn't choose the Vikings playbook, but we're sure running it. New York takes over following a Dallas 3-and-out, and we're moving the ball. To the right side goes Saquon Barkley, just a gain of 3. There are a lot of things I'm thinking about right now in regards to the next offseason. I'm thinking about, can we re-sign Barkley? Does it make sense with where this offensive line is at? Petrovsky on the move. There's a first down. I'm thinking about how to use 13 picks in a draft where I feel like I don't have good information. I feel like trading up or maybe trading for players is in order. 1st and 10, Petrovsky wide open, uncovered. Sterling Shepard inside the 15. I'm starting to wonder if we need to make a big trade for the offensive line, too. That might not be a bad call. But if we want to make an upgrade, we're going to pay for it. That's a touchdown for Barkley, untouched. That was about the best run blocking we've had all season. Nicely done. But I think there's a lot of things you could consider in this next offseason to make things work for this team. But if we want to trade for a veteran O-lineman, I mean, you've seen the cap space situation for this team. It's not good. There's Gallup with a big first play, starting this drive all the way to the Giants' 43. Heading to the air on first down. Dak outside, and Elliott is there. The ball kind of found him at the last moment. And Tyron Smith is shaken up. Zach Martin has already gotten hurt in this game. 2nd and inches now for Dallas. The stretch to Zeke. He breaks a tackle and converts. It's the draw play, and there's running room. Elliott had some room between the hash marks there, but he's up to the 25 with 6 yards. I'm not quite sure what to do about this run defense. The defensive line just isn't doing a good enough job, and I feel like Lawrence is not playing up to his ratings against the run. Elliott carries again. There's an opening inside the 5. He's down to the 4. I feel like they're throwing this, but if they run it, I don't see us stopping it. Dallas will throw, and Dak fires at the goal line, and Cooper hauls it in as the Cowboys go back on top. We jump ahead late first half. Adoree Jackson just picked up his 2nd interception of this game, setting up the Giants with a chance before halftime, and the screen passes are terrible. 1:23 on the clock. Petrovsky fires to the outside, hooking up with Barkley. Again, slow start for the passing game. With all this receiving talent and how good Petrovsky looked at the start of the season, you wouldn't think that we'd have these slow starts as often as we do. I thought I took these away, but Barkley is able to break out into the secondary. He gets the conversion. I didn't think there were any screens available on 3rd down. I'll have to double check my playbook edits. We're using my my edited version of it. Now 61 seconds to go in the first half. Petrovsky fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete off the hands of Slayton. On 2nd and 10, pressure, and not able to escape. Another sack on Petrovsky. I want to say they have like 4 here in the first half. A couple happened in simulating. 3rd and 16. I just hope the clock runs on this play. Oh boy, it sure will, and Parsons sacks Petrovsky for a loss of 13. What are we doing? Well, we're about to attempt a 55-yard field goal to make it a 1-point game. Here's Graham Gano. And this kick has enough leg, but he missed it. Wide right, no good. I guess the Cowboys are getting a Hail Mary try here. Let's see what Dak does. Uh-oh, pressured by the rookie Golson. He'll throw it off balance. It's underthrown, hauled in by Cooper to pad the stats. This game has remained close throughout. We're going into the second half here, late 3rd quarter. It's 21-18, Dallas driving. Zeke at 74 yards on the day. Started out pretty strong, or at least decent. There weren't any big runs. Defense trying to come up with a stop down here in the red zone. Well played by the rookie. Or rather, that's Ojulari who wears 51. 3rd and 7, they got the screen set up, and Zeke breaks initial contact, but Martinez is there. Well, here we go. We'll watch the rest of the 4th quarter now. Down by 6. How do we start at the 46-yard line here? We're going to run it right up the middle with Barkley for a solid gain. Barkley's actually having some success today. But again, we're not running a ton of plays. We're playing a weird style of football right now. It's not the Giants team we saw the first 4 or 5 games of the season. 3rd down and 1. We're going to keep it on the ground, and Barkley did not pick the right lane. He gets stuffed by Keanu Neal. 4th and 1. Please go for it, and we will. We go with the offset backfield. And when you need the long yard here, you're going the number 26, and he's not even close. This is what I'm talking about. Vikings have this problem. Vikings have had this problem. You can't call yourself a running team if you can't run on 3rd and short. It is so frustrating. And that's what happens here. Nice job by Osa Odigizua. Was a big fan of his brother coming out in the draft to the Giants like 6 years ago. And that's just not going to cut it. Adkins, not a good run blocker. I don't like him being put in this situation here, having to block a defensive tackle. But that's what we got. Like, imagine calling yourself a passing team, but you just can't figure out 3rd and 7. That's what this is. If you want to be a good running team, be like Cleveland and have a good offensive line. Oh, man. I just end up complaining about the Vikings in these episodes. I know it probably gets old. That's almost intercepted! Wow. I actually have to roll that back. Who had the football there? Because it looked like a pick 6 to me. 3rd and 12. We blitz Dak, and he's intercepted once again. The pressure is working. And Bradbury comes up with the takeaway. I like the playmakers in this secondary. And the log there shows Adoree with the breakup did not get his 3rd interception. But here we are. We give it to Barkley. He'll spin off initial contact and turn this into 5 yards. I don't even know how we did that. Like, with a bad offensive line, we're not getting peak Saquon Barkley. But he's still making up for some inefficiencies here. There are still yards that other running backs would not be getting. It's a tricky situation here. When you're strapped for cap space, do you pay a running back with this offensive line? Or do you pay a running back at all out of principle? Some would say no. But we try to run the ball on this drive. It doesn't work again. Big missed opportunity. Oh, I love this. 4th and 7 at their 44. We're going for it. This is refreshing. Petrovsky looking for a play. Off balance. A desperation heave. And it's incomplete, but a late penalty. Pass interference on the Cowboys in the end zone. That is a terrible call. What does Trayvon Diggs even do here? This was a late penalty too. Like, that gets the penalty. I literally can't believe it. Ridiculous penalties that help out the offense. It's in the game. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley. We capitalize at least. And the thing about Madden is you know they'll do the same thing to me at some point. So, when you're presented with an opportunity, just take it. That's what we did right there. Just gotta hit this extra point, and we're in front. I still feel like we're going to see a couple more touchdowns in this game. 7:37 left to go, and we do stuff Elliott. Gotta say, I was worried about the run defense in this game after the boosts were shown, but I should just stop talking. 2nd and 8. Complete. It's CeeDee Lamb, who's had a quiet day, but he picks up the first. A play fake for Dak, and complete again. Amari Cooper, close to a first down. I wish we could have a play creator in this game so we can make a legal version of the Robert Hunt screen pass from last night. That was literally the highlight of that game. Miami played a good defensive game. Baltimore probably a bit gassed going on the road after that overtime game against the Vikings. But a play that didn't count certainly ended up being the highlight. And the way they played it off, I thought maybe he did report as eligible or something. Because, like, everyone knew that wasn't a legal play. But they were just going to see if they could get away with it, I guess. I want the right guard screen in Madden, please. 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. They're on the move here at our 40-yard line. And they got some motion here, usually signaling a run. Here's Elliott, cuts to the right, and he's met again. Beltran Martinez. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's Dak on 3rd down. He's off the mark. Again, pressure is impacting his throws. He hasn't played well under duress. So a 55-yard try. He's actually have some drama in this game, and that's going to come up wide to the right and short. So many long-range missed field goals here in Madden 22. And we take over, good field position, good score, too. We're leading by 1. 3:47. And we're going to throw on 1st down, and Barkley's open, makes a move, and that'll be 2nd and inches most likely. Oh, they gave me that one. Pretty cool. 3.5 minutes to go. Run the clock down. Why are we not chewing clock right now? Don't know, but Barkley gets nothing. From the empty look, here's Petrovsky on the move, and he's going to run it up to the 39-yard line. Just his 2nd scramble. On the edge of field goal range, a huge 3rd down. I don't like this formation. We have an extra lineman reporting eligible. Throw it his way, or get the 1st down. Petrovsky up to the 27. We had a 3rd tight end there, actually a lineman, as we had Stallworth get hurt earlier. We only have 3 tight ends. So here is Pert checking in. Was he open? He's open right there. Petrovsky not throwing it his way. Rudy's wide open too. Just got to hit him right there before that linebacker can take that spot. Penalty marker down on the Barkley carry, and that is going to hurt. Running to the right, opening for Barkley. He's up to the 25. That's a good shot. Again, Barkley up the middle with a good run to the 15, and Dallas has to use all these timeouts. And we've run this clock down to 1:48. Very close to finishing this game. Barkley running inside again, and 8 more. Have we worn down this defense? A 1st down here ends the game. A touchdown doesn't quite. And Barkley is down inside the 1, and we should be able to end this game right there. We were close to giving Dallas a chance. But we are going to sweep the season series against the Cowboys. First, 52-0, and now a narrow 25-24 win where we ran a 4-minute drill to kill the clock and win this game on the road. That was a surprise. I didn't count on us being able to do it. We even overcame a holding penalty on this drive. But that is going to lead us to our 5th win and perhaps our biggest of the season. Giants win 25-24. And now we'll have, I think, How many more playoff games left? I think it's only one. Just that game against Philadelphia, because the scheduling's all messed up. We don't close with a division game in the final week. We didn't do a lot in the air today. Just 19 pass attempts, 14 completions, no big plays down the field. But Barkley got going, and we stuck with him. 29 carries, $127, and 3 touchdowns. I'm a bit surprised the running game was able to do so much, but I'm not sure if we win this game without Saquon Barkley. So this really shows his value to the team. But also the secondary stepping up to capitalize on those errant throws by Dak. The pass rush and the coverage combined really saved the day for the defense. We've gotten a lot of upgrades this year for undrafted quarterback Kyle Meyer, and we've just taken him to a 60 overall. If Petrovsky gets hurt, he's coming into the game. 87 throw power, accuracies mid to high 70s. Hopefully he doesn't have to play this year. Now, back to my press conference. I kind of called out Dallas here, and we were up for the challenge. So, what do we get for a reward? 2,500 experience across the board. We're headed into the home stretch of this season. Big game here at New Orleans at 6-5. A breakout chance as well. And it's going to be for Adoree Jackson. I think that's the second time it's come up this year. But he just had 2 interceptions, and all he has to do is do it again. A lot of upgrading to do here after getting that scenario finished. +3 finesse here for Tyler Beltran. He's up to 83 finesse moves. Might start working on some other skills. Antonio Golson has star development that has now been revealed. 72 overall for the rookie, +1 power. His top skill, power rushing, is now 79. And for Luke Pope, we're going to do a lot of run stopper upgrades with him. I just want him to play the Grover Stewart role, just clog the running lanes. Although, with his 85 strength, I don't think he'll be like a top-tier run stopper. That really hurts. Pretty much all the rookies have upgrades here. Basley with a run blocking upgrade. Emmanuel Adkins. Ooh. All those points. Why'd we get so lucky on that one? I like it. Let's go run stopping here for Dexter Lawrence. He's an 83 overall, and maybe I've been trying to think of him as more of like a 90 overall. He does have 84 block shed, 93 strength. With those ratings, I do expect him to play a bit better against the run. And an upgrade here for Mike Stallworth, +3 awareness. A good ways towards his next upgrade as well. To New Orleans we go, where Ian Book has become the Saints starting quarterback in year 2. I wanted to see how this Saints game would go, if the second half would be interesting at all. And it's 27-0 in favor of the Giants. We haven't played this dominant in quite some time. A chance to get above 500 and make a statement. There goes Petrovsky on the move and sliding down. He's got 9. Looks like this team is fired up now and ready to move on to our final division game of the year against the Eagles. I formation, and Barkley will not get the conversion, just 46 yards. I haven't seen the stats yet in this game. I wonder if this is finally a big passing day again for Petrovsky. I assume Rookie of the Year is already in the bag, but I'd like him to pad the stats a little bit. There's a completion out to Kadarius Toney. 1 touchdown on the day for Petrovsky. The numbers aren't like massive, but they're good. We'll run the ball, and nowhere to go. I feel like Demario Davis has been really good forever. Running inside again and cutting to the right. There's just nowhere to go. Certain teams are just not going to be good matchups for us. Saints in real life have an excellent run defense, so not too surprised that a year later in Madden it's stifling us. Oh, you gotta go for it here. I don't care what the score is. 4th and inches. Just go for it. Really interesting how it went for it on that 4th and 7 in the last game, though. I feel like that's the most aggressive I've seen it decide to go for it. Let's check out the defense here. Ian Book has had a tough day, and the Saints are backed up. A 0 on the scoreboard. Will bring 4. Book to his right. He's going to fire deep downfield, and it's broken up by Bradbury. I'll tell you one thing, Ian Book certainly wants to turn the page to next week. 27-0. Book for a short pickup. We're sending some pressure, and Book is able to find the open man for a gain of 19. It's Adam Troutman. More pressure on the way. I do like when we get aggressive, and these blitzes have actually helped us make a lot of big plays, but last 2 plays, a good representation of what happens when the blitz doesn't actually get there. Draw play now. Kamara with room across the 50. There's pressure, and Book is going to lose the football, and will take over. I guess he was down by contact there. Luke Pope came storming through. Nice moment there for the rookie. Hey, you gotta love seeing rookies make plays. 1st and 10 for the Giants, a little play action. Do you go for the dagger? Not here. Nice job there by Petrovsky. He follows his blocks pretty well. Good ball carrier vision. 3rd and 3. Out to his left. Petrovsky with a deep ball in the back of the end zone. Incomplete for Tony. That's one of those plays that looks so cool it should just count. Much like the Robert Hunt touchdown. As much as I would love the shutout here, we're putting in some backups because who knows what could happen. Michael Layman is out there, number 45, as Troutman's all by himself to get the conversion. A lot of other backups are out there. We'll see some Carter Coughlin, Tay Crowder, Julian Love, Mike Purcell even. 1st and 10, and Book has to run with it, but he's not really going anywhere. At the 31-yard line, underneath and wide open, it's Michael Thomas for 10 yards. Surprised it took this long to see him get involved. But it does help explain the score being where it is. Under 6 minutes to go, and they'll run left with Kamara. Nice play. Number 48's Tay Crowder. 3rd and 7, Kamara outside. He picks up the first, delivers a stiff arm, and goes out of bounds at the 5. We should have some time after this, though, to see some backups on the offensive side, which is always a ton of fun. 5 yards out, Kamara to the left. He gets downhill and falls ahead to the 2. They hand it off one more time. It's not Kamara scoring. Instead, I think it's a backup they drafted. That's Glass. I think I remember scouting him. Kyle Meyer is taking the field. Ruben Knight is the running back, and he should get plenty of carries here to close this out. Stallworth got hurt last game too, and he's coming off the field now. A run to the right, and a 4-yard gain for Ruben Knight. Wouldn't mind seeing Meyer make his first NFL pass attempt, but it won't happen here. On 3rd down, good redirection by Ruben Knight to convert. The rookie runs to the right side, gets the big opening, and races across midfield for the first down. See, this is what the series is all about right here. These moments with the late round running backs getting their chance. Ruben Knight. No, you can't go all the way outside here. You're not fast enough. I'm not sure we're going to see Kyle Meyer attempt an NFL pass yet. 3rd down and 8. We have 3 tight ends in the game. Oh, we're going to throw. Kyle Meyer, the undrafted rookie. He's in a lot of trouble, and his first NFL throw is a throwaway as he gets pummeled. In the end zone, Ian Book is in trouble, tries to get away, does so successfully, and Adam Troutman picks up some more garbage time yardage. I feel like we see Golson win a ton. The stat sheet might not show it a lot, but I think he's the player to watch just about any snap. One more play for New Orleans. It's all going to end right here. See if Golson can get there. He's doubled. That's not fair. Ian Book heaves the pass, and that will end the game. Incomplete. Giants win it 33-7. How about that? We come into this episode 4-5, pick up a couple of really big wins. Of course, we had that loss as well to Minnesota. But I think that was a positive episode for the team. We moved to 6-5. We're going to be in the playoff hunt. Next episode, we're going to have our last division game of the season. It's a big one against Philadelphia. And we'll see if there are any key head-to-heads between other teams also in the playoff hunt. 61 now, by the way, for Kyle Meyer, as we work on that medium accuracy. 77. 6-5 versus 5-6 next time against Philadelphia. Let's check out the remaining teams here on the schedule. We have some NFC teams. Actually, a lot of this is against the AFC. We have the tour of the NFC or AFC South. We have Bears, Packers. Are those teams going to be relevant here? Green Bay should, you would think, right? What are the Packers doing? What is this whole division doing? Come on. 5-6 leads the division right now. The Packers have scored 283 points. They've allowed 300, which puts them roughly on par with the Detroit Lions currently. Vikings can't score. This whole division needs to be scrapped. Start over. We're actually in really good shape right now going into these last games. Like, we control our own playoff fate right now. If we win, we're fine. And we're 6-5 right now. I don't think it's the most daunting schedule the rest of the way. Let's take a look, though, at the AFC South. Have they gotten stronger? I think the Jaguars have been pretty good. They lead that division, but it's nothing special here in the AFC South. But here's where we are at. We've fallen to 26th in offensive yards. We're at 5th now in defensive yards. But we're 2nd in points scored. So we don't get yards, but we do get points, which is good. Top 10 scoring defense. What a weird team. Petrovsky, 23-7. I want to see his logs here from the start of the year till now. And he opened, 3 touchdowns here against Seattle, 5 against the Bengals. A bunch of multi-touchdown games consecutively. But now it's been 3 in a row where he's only had 1 or less. A couple games there with just 150 passing yards. Saquon Barkley's at 669 yards, just a 4.1 average. Had that really good game against Dallas. Let's see his game logs. Had some solid performances early in the season. A $127 against Dallas was his season high. and his 2 best games of the year are against Dallas, with a total of 6 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Galladay is in front, but who expected Kyle Rudolph to play such an integral role in the offense this year? Like, if you just took away all the names here, you'd probably assume this would be like Kadarius Toney. But Rudolph, especially in the beginning of this season, was like our number 2 receiver. I feel like I haven't talked about him in the last 2 episodes. 7 catches, 8 catches, a dozen. Last couple games here, it's been all over the place. No matter how strange this team has been this year, they are in the mix. They do some things really well. They show up some days. They don't show up others. But hey, there are a lot of mediocre teams in the NFL, and I think we're better than a lot of them, even though we're all kind of mediocre all at the same time. But that is going to bring this episode to an end. The push for the postseason continues, and today we certainly got closer. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts down below on what you think will happen the rest of the season. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.